Ah, flame on, this is a revolution. As you know, I am Dragon Barrow's Nerdsville. I am the Dragon Barrow, and this is another Nerdsville. I asked a wonderful weapons expert. As you know from the previous video, I made off a wrestling armor and saying that Snap Jelly is incorrect. That very same individual challenged me to. I asked him what weapon designs look good, and that he said, "I don't. This weapon look good. This other weapon look good. You make up your own mind. You know, you'll be fine. You'll go. You'll be exquisite. You know wrestling more than me. You'll find out you find out the best way to design your own belts, and you don't need to worry about me." So he actually got me to think. And with me thinking, a very dangerous thing when it comes to belt designs and that, since I am doing a little bit of research on how to becoming a championship belt a wrestling championship belt designer. I came to this conclusion. You can put on the design for a wrestling championship belt. You can actually have as you can see here, there's a globe, and with the globe, you can actually have the globe be like a morning star or a spiked ball on a chain, or on a stiff bow staff type weapon. The same thing can be said for this, as to show spikes instead of rays of light. Which I do believe, and let me just say thank you again to Snap Jelly for redirecting us to challenging me to think about things and that. So I've decided the not top 10, but some real world bladed, non-bladed, or other such combative weapons designs that can be used on a championship belt. First weapon I would have to say is the Ninja Bow Staff. A simple wooden staff that can actually go from on my side, far right, and your far left hand side plate to the opposite end side plate. Have the bow staff go through the whole thing, as to show that it is strong, that the person that is wearing it, they are strong, but yet they are agile. Let me explain. The bow staff is a strong and agilic weapon. Though it may look cumbersome to be, walking around with the bow staff and that, but it is a great long-range weapon that you can attack people from. Which, if you are a fast, agile wrestler, the ninja bow staff can describe your character perfectly. With that, like, you can be like a long range fighter, but then though you come in and maybe do like a Maybe do like a side kick, like a super kick. Run and do like a jumping Superman punch. Or you do like a punch, then you step back. That shows like you step back. It's like you coming in, boom, you come out. The same thing can be said for a spear or one of many long bow-staffed weapons. You can have like the curved blades of a scimitar on one side. Like you come in, you go, then you step back. That's like the distance and range. Like you come in, you may be smaller than your opponent, but you come in, boom, and you come back. Then the big and that larger opponent of yours won't make much of a difference. You'll be like, what the? And how did you get there? You hit me here, but then you're there. That's what the attributes of the bow style of weapons can produce for a wrestler. It shows that we are that we're that good. It feels like we're having long range. Second weapon is more for submission style wrestling. A katana. The katana is very much a precision weapon. It's very much prestigious and honorable, and with how sharp it is precise, that you don't need much pressure as you do with the European sort of broadsword. But I believe that also has qualifications in a championship belt. But let's just work on the katana. As people have seen on various YouTube clips, that you can just grab like something like this with very little pressure. Go through, and go through. Like something like this. A playing card, a sheet of paper, or even if it's that well sharpened, you can drop something like this right into the blade, and guess what? It gets cut. If it's that well looked after and sharpened. The lightest touch can produce a lot of pain. That is what I believe in the style of the submission wrestler. Like, you twist someone's leg, you get them down on the ground, you lift up one of their legs, and you drop, and you hold on to one, like the leg, and twist, like Kurt Angle would do in the angle lock, or an ankle lock if Jack Swagger is doing it. Just a twist, slight twisting, not even putting that much pressure on, and just when you get to like that point of like resistance, and you do a little bit more pressure. It's just like slightest pressure, and someone is screaming in pain. A little pressure, someone screaming in pain. Not much force behind the katana slice. You can produce pain. And just this sort of wonderful weapon can be great for a submission style specialist or a submission rules championship belt. Two katanas going down the main plate. No one holding them, which would be sweet, which would be beautiful. Now let's move to the European broadsword, number 3. The European broadsword is, big, powerful, big, strong. You have to be big and powerful to use it. Something I could see on a heavyweight championship belt. Like, you can have like a knight just stand like that, long sword, pummel, unrealistically chin high, like the whole armor and all that, 2 of them on one on each side, and it would be for a very effective thing, which could be good for like a Batista, Brock Lesnar, or something like that, because they're big, strong, and they can wield such a big, strong weapon. They are just the sort of thing where you actually use 2 hands, or in their case maybe 1 hand each. And the aesthetic look of the European broadsword does show or give like a sense of power, a sense of prestige, especially when you see, like, you can have like a knight with like a crown on top of the helmet, and have the knight standing in the middle of the globe of a championship belt. Like staring outwards. Globe behind it means say, you know what, I'm a fighting champion. Crown means I am ruler. Knight in the armor says I'm ready to fight. And the world behind me means to say, crown, world, I rule it all. But that's just the aesthetic look. But then you could also do the same thing with the Middle Eastern saber, like the curved blade, which will look good with like an Indian, like a real Indian. The whole wheel in the middle of the flag, Taj Mahal, elephants, tigers, Jungle Book, oh my, India. You can have one Indian soldier go like stand like this, hand down here, down at waist level, staring, more 45 degrees off center, looking in that direction, and another one opposing side, the same situation, staring in that direction. And that could be used for, and those are big bladed weapons themselves. They can be used efficiently with the right, big, powerful sort of individuals. And then let me think. As I said, the Morning Star. The Morning Star ball, just the ball itself, with like the spikes coming out, would be an exquisite framing for a world, for the globe. No matter if the globe is showing just one country, like my country of Australia, the United States, Mexico, Britain, Europe, India, Japan, China, Russia. It doesn't matter what nation, like nation within globes, or it could be actually the entire globe itself. It could be like elongated, as I made mention with this belt, like just like elongated morning star will look good, or a concentrated circular design like this, like little spikes coming framing this will be quite an exquisite thing to see. Or you can do, let me just grab the NWA World Title belt again. The Morning Star will look good in here, as in the Japanese flag. Or any flag that has a central ball, like circular shape in the center. It would be the roundness with the Morning Star effect around it. You could give like a bit more of like a hardcore wrestling feel to that nation. You know, the Nippon Kamikaze, not Kamikaze. Kamikaze means divine wind, not the Harikiri. Nippon Let me see. Harikiri Nippon Championship, or the Japanese Suicide Championship belt, which could be classified as a hardcore title belt, and have like the Japanese flag, the Morning Star effect around the sun of the Japanese flag. Then you can have like little thumbtacks, a little bit of barbed wire, and that sort of effect, you know. Then you've got another. Let me see, what's another one? Any chain-linked weapon, like the 3-section staff, for instance. You can do the 3-section staff, and that would be good for a 6-person tag team championship belt, because in a 6-man tag match, you've got 6 wrestlers wrestling, but only 3 of those wrestlers can be champion. The segments can go around a world. 3 segments go around the world. Means so there are 3 individuals. 3 individuals like 6 like some sort of bannerage, 6-man tag team championship, and you got yourself a beautiful belt. You can do like the segment. You can do like chain link in like 3 lengths of chain in between the 2 side plates on each side, or have like large side plates and have 3 chains linking the plates together to say, that itself is a segmented, well, the 3 segmented bow. The same, well, you can do it with the morning star on the chain. the chain, like someone could be standing in the background, more doing like that sort of pose. Chain, a small bit of chain forms a bit more of a larger chain. Get like a curve around, get like the chain curling around the border of the center plate, goes down into the morning star, and that morning star is framing the globe. That would be a beautiful looking belt, especially when you got some sort of wood panel, edge, repetitive pattern in the belt design as well. Another weapon you could see, the blade. It could, let me see. Daggers, they're very beautiful. Daggers could be, since they're petite, but yet they can pack a wallop. I would say more for the female champ title belts, because in some situations the female walks in, gets up close, maybe looks at you deep into the eyes, and then pop, and in the stab with a dagger, like old royalty deaths, or female assassins, or spy movies, or anything like that. Have some sort of small blade weapon that a woman carries to kill either a villain, or this is the movies, so they kills a villain or kills a hero. But in real life, like spies, Oh, hello, darling. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Boom. Into the neck, or up into the rib cage, into the heart. That's the beauty of the dagger. It is, though it is strong, it is of strong-ish value. It is a seductive weapon, and to be used in a women's championship belt is to show that this belt is seductive. The female champion, or the champion of that female title belt, or belts plural. They're a seductive woman. Oh, hello, come, I won't do any harm. Then, bam, 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 bam. Then you can get attacked. You can also have, and this is the last weapon, or the last particular field of weapons. I would definitely think of both the battle axe and the hammer of war. Would be great additions to championship belts. For the simple reason is, they're just brutal, they're big, you can have like the halberd, which is like you get like a spike on one side, battle axe on the other, and a spear. That on a championship belt means to say, you know what? I don't care who you are. That could be for a hardcore title belt. That could be for a nation's championship belt. That could be for a world championship belt. That could be a belt of multiple disciplines in professional wrestling. The battle axe, exquisite piece of machinery. Like you can do like the twin bladed one. Just do the head. Twin blade weapon, like twin blades coming out here. Make it like shape like make the thing. Then just have it graduate with like, you can even have like a morning star in the center of it. So the world, like you can have like a sideward one, big blade there, big blade here, meeting at the points. Do some sort of repetitive design. World in the middle, Morning Star, like World Wrestling. Insert whatever thing champion or champions, since the twin head can be tag team. Then, as I said, with the Hammer of War, big, blunt, brutal, can be used for more of like a knockout version, MMA style. As I may mention with the katana being not much effort to cause pain. You will wield the Hammer of War, and that's just brute force. In any situation, the katana and the battle and the Hammer of War, you've got two badass weapons right there. And just to have that, like you can just like the heads of the battle axe on like one side plate, and have like some sort of like shield in the center, and have some sort of description like dragons or phoenixes or whatever. There's just so much you can do with battle axes and Hammer of Wars, and if you want to do precision, you can do the same thing. Do like brutal sophistication, you can do that sort of stuff. There are just so many. Man, Snap Jelly, you have made it an exquisite journey for me. You have made it a journey for me to discover what I believe to be aesthetically pleasing and what could be beautiful on belts. For that, I do thank you. And let me just say thank you, and I hope that all your subscribers are doing well. But man, you have put me through a huge emotional roller coaster. Firstly, with the leather armor, and now with weapons being designed on championship belts. I wonder what other adventure you, through either a video or some piece of advice, are going to give me an adventure into my bit of a slight expertise of professional wrestling. Again, Snap Jelly, rock on, bro.